using the equation solver with the TI84Plus CE. That is the silver edition, this shiny one. If you've got another graphics calculator, check the other video. So, to access the equation solver, math, and it's actually easier just to push the up button and get to numeric solver and enter. You might, sorry, I'll just have to physically zoom out a little here because my camera is placed a little badly. There we go. So to access the equation solver, math, up button, enter. And we're getting to the numeric solver. Now there's two ways that we can use the equation solver. We can use it to solve an equation or find the answer when we've got a formula. And what we need to remember is that we put both sides of the equation or the formula, that is of the equal sign, both sides of the equal sign, in the two boxes. So if I need to solve 2x equals x plus 5, this side goes in equation 1, this side goes in equation 2. We use the alpha key to enter letters. This isn't a very good pen for this, so it's not showing up. Let's see if we have a better option. So, in E1, we'll put 2x, 2, then alpha, and you can see in the green above most of these buttons, there's letters, and it's in alphabetical order, so x is going to be down here. There's also a shortcut for x. So I've got 2x in the first one, move to equation 2, I want x plus 5. You'll see we've got a shortcut for x just there, next to alpha, without using the alpha, so that's easier for x. X plus 5. Once you've got the two halves of your equation, enter. Now, don't put this answer. You need to solve. Highlight where the x is, and alpha, and enter because it's solve. Now, have a look at our answer, 5.00000001. The answer's 5. So after that, alpha key for the letters, and then it's enter and alpha solve. Solve being our enter key. So here we've got x equals 5. And if you have to use the equation solver for solving an equation, you put down that you used the equation solver in brackets. Now we could check that. I mean, it's pretty obvious. 2x equals x plus 5. Take away x from both sides, x equals 5. But it's nice for a little thing to check, or if there's an equation that we can't manage, or if we've got a really scary equation. So, math, equation solver, or numeric solver, clear. Sometimes you can't move down to the other one while there's nothing here, so clear the first one. 2f plus 3. Now you can always just use the x instead of the f. Or we can use the absolute correct one, and f is hanging out over here. So this side on E1, Next one, 2 minus 3 outside of, and you see we're just entering it exactly as it is. We've entered both sides of our equation. Enter. F equals alpha. Solve. F equals -2. So that's how we'd use it for equations. It's really useful for formulas. So find the length of time it would take for a $5,000 invested at 12% per annum simple interest to earn $404 in interest. So our simple interest formula is I equals PRN over 100. And when you've got a formula, enter one side of the formula, the subject, into E1, and the other side into E2, and let's go look at what happens. Whoops, there we go. Math solver. Clear that. I've got I over here. Now do make sure you get the right letters. Alpha I. Clear that. We can use a fraction. Math, get over to fraction, so going left is easiest. Enter. P R N over 100. Enter. Now, when you enter a formula, it comes up offering you all the things that would go into that formula. You would write I equals, P equals, R equals, N equals. I've been asking you to do this in class anyway. And before we get carried away with our solver, we put the correct numbers in here on paper. So 5,000 is my principal, 12% per annum simple interest. Now because we're using the formula which has the divide by 100 here, we leave this as a percentage here. And N, the number of years. Now find the length of time. That's what I want to know. And interest is 404. Enter all of these into their places. Oops, 404. Excuse me, 404. Notice that you will have to have a 0 in a spot before you can move past it. So if you do need to put a 0 in and then come back to it, you can. 12. So once everything else is in, move to the thing you want to find and do alpha solve. 0.673. Now you do have to interpret that. This formula, this was 12% per annum, so this is 0.673 years. That's not a good answer to anyone's question. So if someone asked you, look, how long is it going to take you to earn $404 in interest, you're not going to say 0.673 years. You could give that answer in months by multiplying by 12, or weeks by multiplying by 52, or days by multiplying by 365, but this is a silly answer. Let's have a look at what it looks like in months. $8.08 months, sure. Or if we had done $36 weeks, or 8 and a bit months, we would round up, so 9 months or 36 weeks. And because it was a word question, we give a word answer. It also works with compound interest. So find the amount of money owed after 2 years if $10,000 is borrowed at 10% per annum compounded monthly. Compound interest formula. Amount is P times 1 plus R on 100 to the power of N. We'll need to put this in our equation solver. Change this to A. Where's P? There it is. Oops, that's not P. We need our fraction again. Moving out of it to close that bracket, and then of course to the power and N. And we get offered these. Notice it'll often sometimes just pre-fill with things that we've already had. For your working, you're going to need to write down A, P, R, N. The amount is what I want to find. The principal was 10,000. 10% per annum, but I'm compounding monthly. So that'll be 10 divided by 12. And it's 2 years, but I'm compounding monthly, so that will be 2 times 12. Notice that you can enter those in here to get your answers. 0 in the A, so that we can come back and solve for it. 10 divided by 12 just gets me my answer without me having to write it down. 2 times 12 gets me my answer. Move up to the thing I want. Alpha, solve. I would have and of course we give a number answer. So that is the equation solver on the TI84Plus CE.